1, 2. They said I had 30 minutes, so sit back. There we go. Thank you all for being here tonight for our annual Interfaith Council of Sunlight's presentation of the Interfaith Concert in order to raise the necessary funds for neighbors who care, and to visibly connect ourselves as a community through the means of our individual sacred music traditions. My name is Adam Thome. I'm the music director at St. Stephen's Catholic Church, and it's an honor to be here tonight and an honor to have pick the short straw and give the offertory speech for you tonight. But what a beautiful image we have here this evening. Choirs of different faiths, different beliefs, different creeds, coming together to share their love of music, but more so, through their participation, showing their commitment to unity and coming together as neighbors, caring brothers and sisters of humanity. This is exactly what neighbors who care, the beneficiaries of this evening's event, do on a daily basis. They are committed to a variety of goodwill acts, such as providing transportation to clients for doctor's appointments, delivering meals, giving families rest and respite from full-time caregiving, and giving minor repairs, and this is just to name a few. Neighbors who care also assist to give help in other ways, such as assisting with paying and organizing bills, filling out forms, preparing tax forms, everything that neighbors can and should be doing for one another. If we think about the organization Neighbors Who Care, we're struck by two words. The first one is simply neighbor. So what is a neighbor? A neighbor can be defined, firstly, by mere proximity. You happen to live next to someone. But if we dig deeper, a neighbor can also be defined as a fellow human being, encompassing perhaps a more global view of humanity. But even these two definitions are not enough, and they fall short of what a neighbor truly, in essence, is. And so we come to a third definition of neighbor. We transcend proximity, we transcend mere humanity, and we come to a definition that owes more to how we behave towards our fellow human beings within that proximity. A behavior consisting of unconditional love and abundant kindliness because of our inherent God-given empathy, for which we connect and we become one with our brothers and sisters. And in this connection, the act of caring naturally blossoms. And so this is where we come to the second word of this organization, Neighbors Who Care. If we look at care, we can see that it comes from the Gothic word, which is cara, which means to lament. Now, at first, this pretty much greatly confused me. How is caring lamenting? But thinking about the caring's origins and lamenting, I began to find an extremely profound hope that cara, or lamenting, organically grew into what we know today as caring. That eradicating of loneliness through simple acts of charity, kindness, and that selfless love of neighbor, which we have all been so graciously graced with the capacity for. And there are as many ways to care for someone as there are people who need it. So how can we do this tonight? Donate to this organization, Neighbors Who Care, because they are so committed to caring. Your money will provide the resources necessary to allow volunteers and administration to do the work of caring and reaching out in love and providing our community with the resources necessary so that no one will have to cry alone, no one will despair that they cannot do simple house tasks, and no one will have no one to listen. Everyone will have someone to listen to them. And what a gift that is. Now, no amount is too small. The flip side of that is no amount is too great, so keep that in mind as well. But your gift tonight will ensure that everyone has a hand to hold, everyone will have a meal to eat, and everybody will have the reassurance of their God-given dignity, which they have been imbued with. Now, in a few minutes, you'll have some more choirs, but at the end, the choirs will come together and sing 3 hymns and close our evening in a wonderful, symbolic act and sound of unity. But before that, let us celebrate the unity of our diversity and love for each other by supporting this absolutely crucial organization. Now, giving to this organization, or any organization, I know can cause hesitation, and I understand this because, especially in this economic climate where viable organizations such as Neighbors Who Care are being forced to make extremely difficult situations, extremely difficult financial situations that directly affect the welfare of your neighbors and your brothers and sisters. That, and with the desire for visible accountability, people love to see just how their gifts are used. And they want validation that their monetary gift was properly used. Well, I leave you tonight, and I did think about that, and that's a good point, but I leave you tonight with this thought, and maybe perhaps a challenge, on the definition of friendship that a good friend of mine recently shared with me, but that can certainly be applied to our concept of neighbor. And it is this. Do you know what the relationship is between your two eyes? Think about it. They blink together, they move together, they cry together, they see things together, they sleep together, but never do they see each other. This is what friendship is, and this, by extension, is what we can think of as what neighbor is. Your gift tonight is an expression and promotion of that neighborly togetherness described in this aforementioned adage. Though you may not see physically where your money goes, you may not see the smiles that your contribution brings, you may not even hear the profound expressions of gratitude from the clients, or you may not even see the meals that it prepares, but we can be confident that it will be used with a conditionless love in an outward expression of our inner care that we all naturally have, and we are all called to give to one another. So on behalf of the Interfaith Council, and as your fellow neighbor, I thank you all this evening for caring.